This playthrough is rated M for mature. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Jade Empire. In the last episode, we explored a bit further of Tien's landing, meeting all sorts of, I guess, interesting people. Saw a teacher and a student quibbling over Harmony and Discord, which hopefully we'll be able to get their ability at some point. But let's explore the rest of Tien's landing before we start activating all the quest logs. Or a lot of them anyway, so let's explore this little place. Sorry, I had to fill out the map just a little bit, so. Ooh, what's going on here? Doesn't look good.
Hey, Baker Bay. How are you today?
Go away! I told you I want no part of this. Tell Eiling to leave me alone.
If you want to tell Eiling something, go tell her yourself. In the meantime, we have our orders. Nothing personal.
It's a little personal with me. I like sticking your face in the gutter.
Hold on a sec. We've got company.
You're a little too interested in our business, friend. Looks like we gotta teach you to back off when Eiling's boys are working.
Well, I was gonna let you guys just handle that dude yourself. I didn't care that much to save that dude. You know, I am true Discord, right? Oops, that's not what I want to go. I was gonna go Toad Demon here. Alright, let's take on these Dorkosauruses. Yeah, there you go. I mean, yeah, it uses a lot of chi, but hey, we're in town. We can easily just go find some more. Oops. Well, that didn't last long. Minuteman, anyone? Alright, anyway, let's take this guy out. But yeah, if you do it in town, like if I was out in the field, I'd be a bit more conservative with my abilities. But when I'm in town, I'm more than willing to go the full, like waste all my ability. Huh? He must be too strong for the strike or harmonic strike or whatever it's called.
Can you believe that these thugs would just attack me in broad daylight like that? They might have killed me if you hadn't stepped in. Thank you. I never expected such help from a stranger.
I wouldn't have technically saved you. I'm all about you protecting your own skin or learning to fend for yourself. But actually, Lan sent me to help you. Lan figured you couldn't handle things on your own. Wait, who was? Oh, I know who it is now. Okay, there was that one lady that told us about this. That's right. Okay. Back in front of the tea house. I almost forgot. That was a few weeks ago. Lan figured you couldn't handle things on your own.
You spoke to Lan? How humiliating. My fiancé must have told you I can't protect myself. The woman I love doesn't have faith in me? Oh, the shame. I'll never live this down.
Dude, you just said they would have killed you if we weren't here, so obviously you can't protect yourself. We're gonna have to make a man out of you. Yeah, exactly. She just worried about you, or quit whining, or you might still get a beating today.
Sorry. Forgive me, honorable stranger. I'm not normally so... Well, I'm a bit of a wreck right now. I've taken some pretty bad beatings these past few days. I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm just worried about Lan. She's very emotional. I've done my best to try and keep her from becoming involved in this.
What, she's emotional just because she's a woman? No, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. No, she obviously cares about you. Jesus, dude. Doesn't mean... I mean, she's emotional, but, you know, that's just par for the course for a loved one, isn't that right? Anyway, involved in what exactly? So why those thugs attack you? Better tell me what's going on. I just love the angry responses for some reason. I think it's just my whole loving the dark side route in a lot of BioWare games, because they just usually make, oh, I almost never see him look to the side during those animated facial sequences, but usually, you know, BioWare does a pretty good job of writing like dark dialogue, or at least they did. I don't know about their newest people, but anyway, you better tell me what's going on.
Those thugs are acting on Eiling's orders. She's the head of their gang. They have a small hideout in the boathouse. Eiling and I were friends when we were children, but we drifted apart as we grew up. She fell in with some rough people, as you've already seen. Ever since I got engaged, Eiling has become obsessed with me. Every day she sends her thugs to beat me up. She says she won't stop until I go talk to her.
Well, does that mean the thugs wouldn't have technically killed you if she's just wanted to beat you up for some reason and talk to her? Huh. Well, Maybe she's just totally jelly about what your situation. That'd be stupid. Maybe you owe her money or something like that. Who knows? Maybe you said something bad about her behind her back. You know, sometimes these people in charge of these organizations can be like that, you know. So why don't you go talk to her? She has to, yeah, exactly. She has to be doing this for a reason.
She's obviously crazy. I've done nothing to her. We haven't even spoken in years. If I go to her hideout to talk to her, I'm afraid that I'll never come out. At least the beatings on the street are out in public. It won't kill me in front of witnesses. Well, not on purpose anyway.
I don't know. I think you should just be a man and talk to her. Maybe you can tell her to. No, I was gonna make some really crude joke, but I'll hold my tongue. Have you told any of this to Lan or Lon or however you pronounce it? I get the feeling you're not telling me something. Maybe I could talk to Eileen for you. I could kill Eileen. That would solve your problems. I don't have time for this. Yeah. Even though that's not really a true Discord option, just because we're still solving his problems, but I could kill Eileen for you. That would solve your problems.
No, don't do that. Eileen and I were friends once, even if it was a long time ago. I don't want to see her dead. Not if there's another way.
Well, then if you were friends, maybe she feels the same way. But she's just, you know, have you ever had that tomboy friend growing up that used to just mess with you or punch your arm or say stuff like that to you, you know? Well, I never did, but I've heard of people who had friends like that. So maybe it's just the same way, just an adult version, a deadlier version. If you told any of this Lan, I get a feeling you're not telling me something. Maybe I could talk to Lan for you. Have you told any of this to Lan?
No. Lan's very emotional. I didn't want her to get upset. At first, I didn't tell her anything at all. But I couldn't hide my bruises forever. So I told her about the beatings. But even then, I didn't mention Eileen. It's bad enough what's happening to me. I was afraid if Lan became more involved, Eileen might hurt her too.
Actually, why hasn't she hurt her? If she... I mean, isn't one way to get to a person to threaten their loved ones? So if she wanted you to talk to him, would she? That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. I get a feeling you're not telling me something.
I'm being completely honest, I swear. I know how this looks. You must think I've done something to deserve this, but I have no idea why Eileen is after me.
I don't have time for this.
I understand. You must have more important things to do than help out a simple baker with his problems. But I have nowhere else to turn. Please, if you get a chance, go speak with Eileen in the boathouse. See if you can get her to leave me alone. Lan and I just want to live our lives in peace.
Fine. It's a quest. We'll do it eventually. Now, I have to be careful about doing so many negative responses, because sometimes you can not completely cut out quests, but you have to be careful. Just,
Hello again, Honorable One. Did you get the chance to speak with Eileen? Is she going to leave me alone now?
I'm still looking into it. Even though I told him just a second ago I don't have time for this.
I understand. I hope this gets settled before my next scheduled beating. I'm not sure how much more I can take.
I don't know why when he said scheduled beating kind of made me chuckle there. Alright, we'll talk to the boathouse. By the way, the boathouse is that one place we tried to get inside and they wouldn't let us in, so... Ooh, a courtesan. Hello, my dear.
Sorry, stranger. I stick to my regular customers.
Dang it. No sexy time from MC here. Best to just go play an adult visual novel if I'm going to want that. Shipping, huh? Shipping?
Hello. You do not need to speak with me. I am just Merchant Xiang's assistant. Perhaps someday I will be Merchant Shipeng, mightiest merchant of Tien's Landing. But for now, I am just an assistant, not worthy of your honorable time.
Mighty merchant of Tien's Landing? Like, is that really something that's try to be like Tornico Taloon or something like that? That type of situation? Although he wasn't a mighty... Well, I guess he was a mighty merchant, depending on if you used him at level he was in Dragon Quest. But anyway, let's start to Merchant Chang. Apparently, he's the important one. Of course. If you excuse me, I have many customers. I try to provide good service, so I must be about my business. Well, he won't talk to me.
Hello.
Fine. Well, maybe we'll get a reason to talk to him later, maybe. She done one of these snoo. I mean, hello, beggar.
Don't bother me. I may be a beggar, but I'm on my break right now.
Didn't know beggars could go on breaks, apparently.
It ain't easy being a dog worker. We ought
A guild, huh? Like a workers' union?
Even a village as small as this has a place to hide its undesirables.
Are these people... Well, I agree with you there, but still. Would that have been best to say, like, out of the open, dude? Alright, just see if there's anyone else to talk to. Ooh, a young child.
I'm gonna be a thief when I grow up. They're tough, but I ain't gonna be the kind who steals.
But isn't that the definition of a thief? You know, I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But hey, he's making his own path in life, so I have to give the boy credit.
The other girls say I charge too much, but I'm worth it.
Really? Too bad we can't. Too bad we can't do anything in this game. I think in previous BioWare games, like Baldur's Gate, I think you could.
stop right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I gave you 2 extra duty. Get back to that galley and start cleaning.
We don't have to listen to you, Ing. You're a captain without a ship. She's nothing but a landlocked house now.
I will discover a way to free this ship. Until then, you'd better follow orders.
I've had enough of you and your orders.
Now get back in that ship. I'm your captain. Understand?
Well, you're still the captain. For now. But if you don't get us out of this town soon, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. Then we'll see what's what.
Looks like things aren't going too well for this captain here. Well, because they're locked in and all this other stuff. So we'll talk to him here in a second. Captain Ing, huh? Can we actually get on the boat? Let's just leave this game. Goodbye, Master. Oh, there is something on the ship. Well, there you go. Ooh, 1,200 silver. Nice. We'll have to spend that at some point. And a book stand. I don't think I still haven't found the gem that gives you 10% experience for finding books and stuff, but it's not that big of a deal that I need to like ignore every single book stand just so I can get the extra experience. It's not that big of a deal. The undertow. The farther east one goes across the ocean of glass, the colder and drier the air becomes. Modern scholars have struggled to understand this phenomenon, but to no avail. If one travels far enough, the sea currents all change, drawing east, just as all winds begin to draw in the same direction. Myths persist, however, of something greater, an ancient, devouring evil detailed in the legends of the barbarian savages who lie among the isles of the glass ocean. The legends tell of a voracious creature, a great demon trying to draw the entire world into its maw. An expedition sent during the Star Dynasty to discover the truth of these legends never returned and was presumed lost at sea. Yeah, basically it's the game telling us, like, why we haven't explored past our borders, that type of thing. Spoiler, there are other worlds outside of the Jade Empire. Unfortunately, we never go farther past a certain few key character introductions and stuff like that, so
If Captain Ing can't get the ship out soon, there'll be a mutiny. A right bloody one.
alright. Okay, so we've checked everywhere, so I'll talk with Ing. Ooh, there's a merchant over here. You can tell by the little jingle jangle of coins on the map there. Oh, Darting Lynx, huh? What kind of name is that?
Hello there, stranger. I haven't spotted you around Tien's Landing before. You've come at a bad time, what with the dam being open and all. Regardless, it's good to meet you. I'm Darting Lynx, the acrobat. Unfortunately, I'm not putting any shows on in Tien's Landing, if that's why you're here. Ah,
that's why you're called Darting Lynx. You're an acrobat. Why does that remind me of the D&D cartoon from the 80s? Thief, a cavalier, acrobat. What kind of shows would you normally put on? That's an interesting name you have. Could you answer some questions for me? What kind of shows would you normally put on?
You know, feats of balance and precision, delicate routines to shock and amaze. Whatever brings some silver, really. I travel around the countryside putting on acts and sometimes teaching people a few tricks. Hey, now that I think of it, you're a warrior, right? I may not be putting on any shows here, but I could teach you a few techniques to improve your balance and speed if you're interested.
Interesting. That could be something to think about. Yeah, she's basically a trainer similar to Smiling Mountain who... Oh, he's dead. Anyway, show me what you can teach, what you have for sale. We'll do that here in a second. How did you come about the name Darting Lynx?
It's not much of a story, really. It's just a stage name I picked up when I first started practicing acrobatics. I was quite young, and my master felt I was a little too fast for my own good. "You dart like a lynx," he would say, "but you balance like a drunken frog." He taught me to slow my movements and really focus on what I was doing, but his nickname for me stuck.
You can tell that the voice actor is actually trying when they imitate someone. They don't say their own voice. They actually try to make it deep or high pitched just to change it up. If you hear a voice actor who the line has a quote and they mention someone and they don't change their voice pitch, then you could tell they either are not very good at their job or the voice direction is terrible. Anyway, can I talk to you about Tien's Landing?
As I said, I'm not really from here, so there's not much I can tell you. You could try talking to Minister Shang, though. He always knows what's going on. I get the sense that he doesn't do much about it, but he's at least aware.
Doesn't do much, like all politicians. Okay. Let's see. Show me what you can teach and what you have for sale.
I'd be happy to. I'll be leaving Tien's Landing someday soon, and silver always helps the trip go smoother. Let's see what I can teach you.
As far as I know, she stays in the town until you. Oops, sorry, I hit the mic. She stays in town until you hit the no turning back point in the game, which is way far ahead from now. She has some gems. One side note, you'll probably never need to buy gems in the game. The game always gives you plenty of gems if you do everything in the game. So, I mean, if you really want to, but there's almost no reason to buy gems. All right, what do we got? Ooh, those are some good ones. Let's see. She's got. Oh, I can see why that one's expensive. This one's a pure bonus ability. Focus 15 plus 3 chi, and, it's permanent. As soon as you buy it, it's a permanent ability. To be one with your art, it must be your entire world. Must be your entire world your only focus. But to lose yourself in that world is also a serious failing. If you balance the need of your art with the needs of your other self, you can achieve true transcendence and clarity of purpose. Let's see, Hawk's Elegance. This one's one of those negative functions where this one gives you plus 7 focus and minus 3 health. As brittle as elegant as they may be, a bird must have a keen mind to adapt and make use of its surroundings. This constant attention to detail is a sign of one who focuses more on one's mind than on one's body. The mind is a weapon as powerful as any other. Oh, I guess I should just say the name of the ability. Hawk's Elegance. Conditioning of the body. Plus 7 health, minus 3 chi. The lithe grace of any serious physical artist, be they dancer or martial artist, belies the strength of the body. Through their arts, all fat and useless muscle is burned away, leaving only the hard muscle underneath. That's hot. Let's see, Swallow's Grace. Gross. Plus 3 charm, minus 1 intuition. Attention must learn to glide as softly and as delicately as a small bird, flitting from here to there. Here to there. Many people find this behavior fascinating, but mysterious. I'm usually don't, other than that Smiling Mountain one I bought like a long time ago, I tend to stay away from the abilities that give you a negative. I mean, unless you're really focused on a certain ability, then that's fine with me. I usually save my money for these big ones, the ones that give you a big boost, and it's all positives. But we'll save that for later, so when we get some more. We have the money, I'm just... I don't need to buy it unless I really, really have to. So, anyway, let's talk to the good captain. See if he has a unique name. Quest, anyone?
If you've come to complain about my men, I don't want to hear it. When Minister Shang gets the Great Dam closed, we'll be happy to leave. Until then, we're stuck here.
Hey, your men suck. Let me go get Dawnstar, call her in, tell them they suck. And Sagacious Zoo over here, he's going to say here in a second if he ever talks more than one line at a time. Anyway, who are you? You're stuck here. Your men don't respect you very much, do they? Yeah, exactly. Your men don't respect you very much, do they?
They're good men, but we're all a bit mad right now. The Great Dam is open and the lake that feeds into the river is gone. My ship is stranded here like a lame water buffalo. We're sailors. We don't belong on land. If we could just get our ship back on the water, everything would be fine. But that won't happen until someone finds a way to close the dam.
Well, I guess you don't have to be on land. As long as you don't have devil fruit powers, you should be fine. Let's see. If the river is too low and fast, why don't you get close to the dam? I'll close the dam for you. How much would you pay to have the Great Dam closed? If the river is too low and fast, why don't you go close the dam? Dam.
If I leave the ship, my men will have Tien's landing in flames. The locals think the dam is haunted, and Minister Sheng can't find anyone brave enough to risk closing it.
How much would you... Yeah, well, as far as I know, I think we need the dam closed because that affects us getting from one spot to the next, I think. I'm trying to remember why we want that to close. Oh, because we need it to be closed so we can get the spirit amulet. Or a bit of the spirit amulet. That's right. Or the dragon amulet. That's right. Almost forgot about that. Yes, we need to do that. But hey, if we could get some extra money for it, I'll close the dam for you. I'll leave you alone. How much would you pay to have the great dam closed? Damn it.
I'm not a rich man, but my reputation, my ship, and my men are worth everything I can give. Close the dam and free us, and I'll give you all the silver I have.
Ooh, all the silver you have, huh? Well, I'll do that eventually, but we need to talk to the minister about unlocking all these quests too. How do I get to the dam?
You won't get too far if you don't speak to Minister Sheng first. The dam is located in the ruins, but a pair of massive gates blocks the way. Only Sheng has the key.
So we can't even go do it anyway until we talk to him. So I'll be back once the dam is closed. Once the dam is closed, the river not so low and fast. Not worth it. Things to do. But where do I find Minister Sheng?
He's in the town square. You'll see him standing in front of a cart. Just don't ask him about the burned-out building nearby.
That sounds an embarrassing story. I can't wait to find out what happened.
It really isn't important. Just get that key from him and close the Great Dam. Good luck. I'm not used to needing help from others. It's hard for me to say this, but... thank you.
Yeah, getting thanked. Feels icky. Alright. Yeah, once the Geisha said what he said, it was like, oh, I can't wait to ask him. That's the first thing I'm going to ask him. Of course we're going to ask him. What do you think we were going to do? Alright, let's see what's over here. Ooh, a vase. Is it just for me? Let's get some silver. Alright, calm down there, voice actor. Actually, I'm trying to remember who actually voices spirit monk. That's it. I forgot who voices male spirit monk, because there's the female voice actor and then there's the male voice actor for him. Obviously, all they do in the game is grunt and whatever, so they don't actually really. Ooh, tong. Does he have a pair of tongs? Maybe. Yeah, sealed gate. Why? These gates are sealed shut and will never open. But the map shows... Doesn't the map show like there's a... Hold on. It connects to the other side. Why would it be closed? It's not like it's hiding a secret. Alright, whatever. They will never open. Alright, let's talk to Tong, because he's got a name.
What do you want? Can't you see we're busy drinking here? Gotta wash away our sorrows.
Oh, man up. I mean, sorrows. What do you mean?
It's no fun being trapped in this town. We don't know nobody, we ain't seen our families in months, and now we're stuck here. That'd drive anyone to drink.
Well, I don't know if it'd be anyone, but alright.
Okay then.
There must be a mission base with him, otherwise he wouldn't have a name, so we'll check where that's at. Ooh. Scholar of the Six Heavens. Pretentious much?
Finally. Someone stronger than these cowed peasants. This town disgusts me. I am Scholar Six Heavens, and I need someone who possesses great strength and skill. Mostly, though, I need someone like you, who walks the way of the closed fist. Aid me, and I will see that you are rewarded most generously.
I'm trying to remember if he actually gives you a quest if you're open fist or not. I don't remember. Well, anyway, since we're closed fist, we've been asked by this strange, arrogant man to help him. Why not? I'm interested. What do you need done? How am I answering your question from me? I'm interested. What do you need done? Who do you need killed?
I seek the Zither of Discord, an artifact that belonged to Bladed Thesis, the sage who first advanced the way of the closed fist as a philosophy.
Interesting. Where would that be? What's the Zither of... That's an instrument? Actually, I didn't know what a zither was, frankly. This is one of the few words I don't know off the top of my head. Is it magical? Could you just buy one for yourself? What's so important about this instrument?
This zither is a link to one of history's greatest minds. Find the zither's case and its silk strings. Bring them to me and we will silence all who refuse to honor my work.
Whoa, dude. Why would they be not honoring your work? What? Oh, apparently we found one of the parts already. Where would I find the case?
A merchant lord named Gao the Greater recently acquired the case but knows nothing of its import. Up the river lies a pirate stronghold where Gao was recently seen. You will have to find a way there if you hope to acquire the case. Perhaps Minister Sheng could suggest a way to reach these pirates. He might even be grateful for your aid.
Well, looks like we already need to go check on Gao anyway for information on Master Li and other such things. So that'll be one little two birds with one stone type of situation. Why do you need these items?
Bladed Thesis was a genius, and I am a strong adherent of his writings. I also believe that there is more to the zither than meets the eye, if it were only to be reassembled.
More than meets the eyes. Zither of dissonance? Yeah, it doesn't have the same ring to it. I have already found one of the two parts.
Is that so? Good. You've made early headway. Find the other and return to me.
Okay, the game's not letting me...
Bladed...
Okay, there we go. It was like, it wouldn't let me, like, just leave. Okay. I'm sorry for now, I already found... Okay. Can I ask you some questions before I go?
If you must.
Be careful now. I almost want to punch you in your puss. Let's see. Can I ask you more details about the Zither of Discord?
As I said, it was an instrument that belonged to Bladed Thesis, the scholar who first advanced the way of the closed fist as a philosophy. It is said that he played this instrument before writing some of his greatest works, as if the instrument particularly inspired him.
What exactly is a zither?
Played from a seated position, the entire instrument is a soundboard with strings that run across its length. Beneath skilled hands, it offers the sound of heaven itself. The Zither of Discord is as unique as it is ancient, however. It has 5 strings instead of 7, and each is fashioned from unbreakable silk.
Oh, I was about to say, was it a keytar? But no, that's a bit differently. Tell me more about the way of the closed fist. I already have like a master guy who wants to teach me something, but he'll only do it if I full Discord myself. So
the basic premise of Bladed Thesis' writings was that one could live life according to a philosophy of strength. If one is too weak to help oneself, one deserves no help. Some mistook him as encouraging immoral acts or evil, but his true argument was that life was a test which could only be passed through struggle.
that may be the original intention, but the bad thing, well, I don't know if that's a bad thing, but one of the things about this game is a lot of Discord choices are considered almost evil. Well, depending on the situation, but most of them have bad results that you would consider not good. So let's just look at it like that. How is that different from our concept of evil?
Evil men act without reason. Followers of the way act with the intention of encouraging others to become stronger. The action may be the same, but the intent differs.
Don't evil men act with reason too? They just have a different reason that good men would? Whatever. Go back to the other questions.
You need to know something more.
I'm sure to do. Okay, we're good.
Remember, I need both the case and the strings of the Zither of Discord. Bring them here when you find
I'll
them.
admit I don't remember where I got the one of the components. It said I got it already. Maybe it was in the forest before we got here or something like that. Okay, what else? No. Okay, we can go talk to Minister Sheng now after all this time. He is basically at that spot we haven't actually cleared yet, so past the talking student and master. How far am I away anyway from hitting max Discord? Yeah, I still got quite a bit to go. Yeah, I'll have to do quite a few missions before we get to that point. Yeah, let's talk to this politician who can't make decisions by himself and see if we can make the decisions for him by getting paid, which is probably going to happen.
Pretty.
Stop, thief! Come back here with my sword!
Put that sword back, lout! Surely there was never a minister as unlucky as Minister Sheng to suffer such insolence.
Is that it? You're just gonna let that thief walk away? Walk free?
And still poor Minister Sheng suffers the insults of tradesmen who know nothing of justice. Where would I put the lout? My jail has been burned to the ground, along with my office, I might add. I have no place to put thieves, so stop questioning your betters.
I don't know if I like this guy or I find him quite annoying. Well, so his place got burnt down to the ground. I burn it down to the ground. Let's see what this military guy says.
Make no trouble here in Tien's Landing. We've had enough.
Well, we'll see about that. We've already caused some trouble for the tea house. Let's read this book here while we're here. The Airing of Grievances, being a collection of the indignities suffered by Minister Sheng at the hands of the backwater shanty town of Tien's Landing. His hat has been soiled. A parchment was stolen from him before a speech at a community gathering. His cat was viciously threatened. A chair at his table was placed backwards. His finger was slammed in a door, not once but thrice. An egg was thrown at him by an unknown assailant. His cart was stolen, filled with soiled garments, and then returned. Manure! I hate manure! His face was ridiculed by young children. His prize, Tonberry, was squashed. It was suggested that he performs acts of deliberate indecency upon himself. I'm not going to say it here, folks, but let's just say, you know, bending over in certain ways. He was forced to suffer the interminable and petty gripes of the people. His hair was accused of being impermanent and false. The honor of his family was impugned. He suffered a disabling attack by a pack of bees. His reputation was maligned by brigands. Brigands! A local dog evacuated in the minister's shoe. He was given a gift of turtle eggs by a visiting merchant. It was suggested that he would be able to trace his lineage to simple courtesan. These are kind of clever, actually. He was referred to as smelly. He slipped in mud, no doubt placed in his path by jealous townsfolk. Sailors burned down his office. Oh, that's how that happened, huh? So we know the mystery to that. And that is a way to leave. I forget where the head's off to.
Are there no warriors among you?
Well, I am a warrior. You mentioned a warrior. Perhaps we should talk to you.
Finally, someone approaches me. I was worried that this town's courage had drained away with the water. You look like a man who is trained for combat. Would you like to put those skills to the test?
Are we trained for combat? Do we want to put these to the test? What does Minister Sheng have to offer us if we want to fix all of his troubles? Find out next time in the next episode of Jade Empire. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.